Welcome to Ghoulish Gab. Always spooky, always under 7 minutes. And it's my turn today to ask you some questions. Important questions about Halloween candy. So, we've covered this before, just like our top 3 and our least favorite 3. But I want to talk about candy trades.
Okay.
Because that was an essential part of our childhood. You get home, you dump out the candy, and you figure out what you don't want and what you do. So, let's start with an easy one. What candy would you trade any of your other candies for? Like, what is your ultimate? You have that in your bag and I don't have any. I need it.
It's the Reese's peanut butter cups for sure. 100%, always.
See, everybody always handed out Reese's, so I never really needed to trade for them. But Nerds.
Okay.
Nerds for me was like, if somebody had those little packs of Nerds, I wanted them and I would trade almost anything in my bag for them.
Do you remember the Mr. Bones candy that would come in the little coffin, and it was a little skeleton guy, and you could he would kind of even piece together?
Yeah.
I would trade for that too.
Okay.
For sure. And that candy wasn't the best. That was just kind of some chalky bullshit.
It was like knockoff.
But it was so cool.
Yeah, you build your own little skeleton.
It was like Smarties that weren't sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
What candy did your parents always steal out of the bag? Because for me, for some reason, even though I don't like them, so it was fine, the dots were always missing from my bag.
I don't remember if they did take anything, and if they did, they were too good. They were very good about it because I never noticed anything gone.
Well, I just noticed because I know, nobody wanted dots, but all of a sudden, somehow they were gone. So it had to have been either my stepfather or my mom taking them.
Those things they suck.
They're terrible.
They suck.
What candy did you used to love as a child that you get in the bags, but now you can't really stand? Now you're like, maybe you ate too much of it as a child?
Man, I'm not sure offhand. I mean, there was obviously a point in my life when I was very little that I liked suckers, and as you know, I don't want a sucker now because you're just flavoring your own spit and swallowing it, and I mentioned that in the last video, but it's true. That's all you're doing with a sucker. So I mean, when I was very young, of course, little kids, they all like suckers, and then of course I got out of that. That's the only one that I can really think of. Any of the main stuff that I feel that I liked when I was younger, I feel like I still like to a certain degree now.
You didn't often get this in bags, but every once in a while, I feel like, because Two Harbors, there was definitely a lot of homemade candy, which I know was but I've done a whole study. There's not actually that much fear about people handing out bad candy.
No.
But fudge.
Ooh.
I used to adore fudge. I could eat a half a pound of it in one sitting, and now I have one bite and I'm over it. It's just too sweet and
it's very sweet.
Too bleh. So no fudge for me.
Yeah, I don't think there was ever a point in my life where I had a lot of fudge, but I can absolutely see that.
But what about the reverse? Is there any candy that you used to hate and not want to eat, but now you like?
See, I don't think I liked coconut so much when I was younger, like the Almond Joy, but now I fucking love those. So it would probably be something like that, where maybe that was more of a texture thing too when you're younger, which is probably why a lot of kids don't like that, because it just feels weird.
For me, it was...
I'm making it weird with
Almond Joy. You're making it weird.
I can make it weird with Almond Joy.
I used to not like Twizzlers of any kind. Like Twizzlers, Red Vines, any of that. I still don't like black licorice, but any of those flavored licorices, I'll eat an entire package and that's actually one of the first things I go for in my niece and nephew's Halloween candy, because they don't want them either. I don't know if it's a texture thing again because it's kind of waxy or what, but kids don't seem to go for it as much.
Yeah, I never liked the black ones at all. The red ones, I feel like even now I've always been 50-50. If I'm in the right mood, if someone offered it to me, maybe I would have it. But I'm kind of just with licorice.
Okay.
Red licorice. Take it or leave it. Whatever.
When you would go out trick-or-treating, we all knew that there were different neighborhoods, and you were going to get different candy depending on your neighborhoods. But when you went, and it doesn't have to mean it's actually a rich person thing, but when you went to a house and got something in your bag, your trick-or-treat bag, what made you think, whoa, these people must have money this is what they're giving me.
Well, it's the full-size candy bars for sure.
Oh. See, I never got full size. That was never a thing for me.
That was pretty rare even when I was a kid as well, too. I mean, I don't think that happened very often, but that would have been the thing to make me think, whoa.
For me, it was when they gave, the individual packs of like the old Dutch chips. Or if somebody was hanging out individual bags of chips, I was like, these people must have money. They're just handing out whole bags of chips. Or Shasta soda. Also not expensive, but if I got a can of soda, I was like, oh, these people.
But both of those have to be, if you're handing that out constantly, that has to be more expensive than buying candy. But then I wonder too if that's a situation where somebody ran out of candy and then it was like, I got some chips and some soda and I'll get rid of that. So you never know. Some people used to give out pennies. That would be a thing too. But I don't think anybody really liked that because we were out for candy.
Yep.
We just wanted candy. I don't want your pennies.
To kind of segue into that, is there anything that you ever got in your bag that was not candy? Because there was a dentist in our town that handed out toothbrushes, but was there anything that you ever got that wasn't candy that you were stoked about?
I don't remember getting anything more than maybe the plastic vampire fangs or some of the little Halloween
spider rings.
Yeah, people would throw those in.
Witch fingers.
Yep. Witch fingers. I remember getting a lot of the spider rings. Those have got to be, those are cheap as hell. I'm sure you get a big thing of 1,000 of them for a penny back then. And yes, lots of spider rings. But that stuff was always fine because I don't feel I ever got too much of it. So you get a couple spider rings and I
like the sticky hands.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
That we got a lot of sticky hands. Not a lot, but there was always a couple houses that had those. And that was my non-candy favorite thing.
Yeah, those were cool.
Well, we're about out of time. What is your favorite things that were surprises you got in your Halloween bag? What did you like about trick-or-treating? Tell us in the comments. Or don't. I'm not your mom.
Goodbye.
Bye.